Hello everybody, welcome back. I've been in a little bit of a planner funk lately, and by planner funk I mean the only notebook that I'm using right now is my pocket notebook. And when I start to notice this happening, there's always one spread that kind of gets me out of my funk and gets me back to where I want to be, and that's the spread I'm going to show you today. So for this you will need just a notebook, a ruler, and then a pen of your choice. And I want to very quickly just talk about why this spread works and how it can help. At the start of this bullet journal, I was doing the whole aesthetic thing, and keeping up with how this bullet journal actually looked took a lot of time, and it wasn't very functional for me. I got really overwhelmed and I was falling behind in months. And when my life got really busy and I had lots of work to do, that's when this spread was a godsend. So I switched from doing this to doing this, which looks kind of crazy, but it actually helped me feel much more in control of my appointments and my tasks and my life. I tried it again in May, and same type of deal, it was really helpful. Basically what it is a plan and a log, so you're tracking what you're doing and also what you did. So to set it up, just start by going to a blank page. So we're going to start with our monthly, which is going to come down here, and you want to decide now whether you want a Sunday start or a Monday start. I'm going to go with the Monday. You can do whatever you want, but that's going to come down here. So you can start right at the very top. I'm just going to move one square over. You'll see why in a second, and I'm going to start with June 30th because that is the first Monday. I don't want to miss anything. And then I'm just going to number 1 through 31 all the way down. Once you have that done, you're just going to write the name of the day of the week along the left side. I think it looks the cleanest, and I always found it more helpful to start with the day of the week rather than the number. So the 30th is a Monday because I wanted a Monday start, so that's what I'm going to do. If you are looking to have a full complete week, like Monday all the way to Sunday, because it ends on a Thursday, you can add the next couple days. Sometimes I just find it helpful to have the few extra days. So there we go. And once again, if you want to kind of incorporate a difference between the Tuesday and the Thursday, feel free to add like a little H or a little U, whatever will help you. Because I've been doing this for long enough, I find it like not too hard to know whether I'm on a Tuesday or Thursday. But again, personal preference, you do you. Next, you're going to take your ruler and just divide the weeks out. So for example, we go Monday to Sunday, and then I'm just going to draw a line here. Over the time that I've done this, I've realized I prefer if the lines are dotted rather than straight. I don't know why, it's a little bit easier on the eyes, but again, feel free to do what you want to do. Now this spread is technically done. I'm going to give you one optional step if you'd like, but like I said, it's completely optional, so you can be done and just title this July and move on, or you can do this one optional step. I'm just going to quickly incorporate a tracker for myself. I'm only tracking 4 things this month, and I'm just going to place a little icon along the side. I'll show you in 1 second. So I'm taking my ruler, I'm tracking 4 things, so I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm just going to do a regular solid line all the way down. Now that I have that, I'm just going to place one of the icons at the very top of each column. If you're wondering about the icons, it's pretty obvious, but they're from the Coffee Monsters Co. and they're adorable. Okay, my spacing could definitely be better, but anyway, I'm just tracking my music, rehearsing, practicing, etc., reading, YouTube or content, and then exercise. If you don't have stickers, obviously you can just write the name of what you're doing really small, or maybe a letter, or you can just simply draw a symbol. And then as mentioned earlier, to finish off the spread, I'm literally just going to write July. If you want to be more specific, you can write July appointments or July events, whatever you'd like. And now I'm going to move on to the second spread, which is our log spread. It's going to be nearly identical. You're just going to replicate the numbers over here. I'm going to skip the days of the week because you don't really need them for this spread. So you're just going to start by going, I'm going to go 30 all the way to 31. And then at the top, I'm just going to call this July Memories. And then that's it. This is completely done. If you're looking for something even more plain and you don't think you'd benefit from a memory page, you can just have this as a blank page, and then as notes come up from the month, you can just dump them there. I've done that before. I found that also helpful. This is a little more structured. So the reason why this works is when our life is in a state of disarray, things feel very overwhelming. And if you can fit your entire life on 2 pages, it's just going to simplify everything. And the reason why this particularly is so good is because you have the planning and the logging. So not only do you know what is coming up, but you also know what you've done. At a quick reference, you have your past and your present/future, and then you're kind of taking care of every aspect of your life. This is a way to really ground you to the paper. And these memories can be things that were positive that happened to you, or literally just the mundane aspects of your life. Let's say you were wondering what day you had that appointment with a client. That's maybe something you would want to make note of here. Or maybe it was just, what day did I have brunch with my mom? Again, that's something you'd reference here. But if you're wondering, oh, what date is that appointment that I have? That's what you're referencing here. I think the integration of the trackers is great if you're looking for a little bit more productivity, but if you think that's overwhelming for you, just discard it. You don't need it. Anyway, that's it for today. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing and giving it a huge thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, guys. Stay cozy and bye-bye.